Good afternoon. I know this is going to be late, and speaking of late, I have to apologize to some of you. If you're subscribed to me over on BitChute, we had a really long wait. It was a wait of about 9 hours before the video went live, and that included me having to delete the video and re-upload it. Last I checked, it still got about the average number of views, which is fine. That's great. But I'd asked BitChute several times on Twitter, hey, what is the holdup? What's going on? And I got no answer. That wasn't fair to you. Certainly wasn't fair to me. Hopefully they clear this up and we can get on with things, because this has been happening quite a bit lately, these delayed responses where I post a video for you to watch and then it takes forever. And here's the thing, they are the very first platform to which I upload. I upload to them, then Rumble, Odyssey, YouTube, CloudHub, literally in that order. And every platform, every other platform out there, gets this video up, live, and running well before BitChute does. And I just want to know kind of where's the sense in that? Why can't, what are we doing here? Why can't we move past that? I really wish BitChute would get back to me on that, but it doesn't seem that. I don't know if they're interested or they're just not paying attention to their Twitter account anymore. Also, if you're speaking of Twitter, if you get one of my videos and you go to click on it and video tells you that this link is unsafe, tell Twitter to go to hell. Proceed anyway, or feel free to view it any of the other platforms to which I upload. Yes, they've frustrated me a bit. They've disappointed me because all I do is fucking tarot readings. How threatening. Jeez. It is in fact a clown world, ladies and gentlemen. That much is true. But I'm gonna rock this thing old school as hell today. So, get ready, because we're about to do it really traditional. So on top of the new runes and the Viking Oracle and the Spirit Animal Oracle, I do have the Uncommon Tarot, which I started out with, and of course the Starseed Tarot, because those two decks have always worked so wonderfully together. They are absolutely great, and they often tell us what we need to hear, and they can also be rather gentle. So yesterday was about journeys, how we can keep those connections, those meaningful connections with our predecessors, those who came before us, and how it is a journey, it's not a destination. I wonder what these cards will have to tell us today. But we're about to find out. We're about to find out in a big way. And I'm going to try to get through this as quickly as possible because I decided to sleep in today. Actually, I woke up a little bit before 6 and I was just like, yeah, I'm not feeling it. Wasn't feeling great, and I was like, I'm going to go lay down for a little while. And then got a call. The call woke me up, so took the call, and of course Bub decided to climb up on me and snuggle me the whole time, so that was pretty cool. Kind of helped me feel a little better. So let's see what's going on. Now, before anybody gets too concerned, it's just a little, just a little something in the stomach. Nothing terrible. Just wasn't feeling great. Just felt a little, and decided to get a little extra rest and see if that helped, and of course it did. There we go. Got the cards all spread out. Let's get down to business, shall we? Let's see where our journey ended up taking us. Well, yep. I know where mine went. And if you were if you were with me yesterday on Twitter, yeah, this is pretty much where it went. This is what we, yeah, and you can tell by my aggravation. This is where we are right now. We're all a little aggravated. We're all a little upset, and I can tell. And it's not just in one area or another. It's in just about every area. We're all a little upset, and I can tell you this. I went grocery shopping yesterday, and there was I ran into a little frustration with myself where every aisle was blocked. I mean, I had to continuously detour around the store, and it's because people just kind of, you know, drop whatever they're doing right in the middle of the aisle. No consideration for anybody else, no moving the cart or anything like that. And they're oblivious to the world around them. And I had one such guy literally grab my cart rather than ask me to move it. And I grabbed it back and I was like, whoa, what are you doing? And he was getting a little brusque with me. I, of course, got a little brusque right back, but I told him, you can simply ask, and if you ask nicely, there's a really good chance I'll move it. He did, but he was still very pointy with me, and I was like, sure, and I moved it out of his way, and, you know, quickly got what I needed. And then I proceeded to literally watch this guy scream at people, just random people, for, you know, much of the same thing I was running into. Was I frustrated with him? Yeah, but I moved around because there's something else I need in another aisle anyway. This guy was like literally screaming at people, and every time they apologized, which they did, he was not exactly graciously accepting it. Today we do need to move on from that. It's one of the many reasons I detest going grocery shopping. But I kind of detest spending too much for delivery, and I've had a few deliveries botched. So, one of those things where if you want it done right, you got to do it yourself. Yeah. So, how do we do that? Everyone knows it's Thursday. Everyone knows it's Thor's Day. You know, Thor. What can we say about Thor as a god? Is he hot-headed? Does he have a tendency to charge into things? Yes. But he's also very reliable. He also acts in defense of our world. He acts in our defense. He's a protector. Is he a little overzealous with it? Sure. I won't deny that one bit. But his intentions are noble. His intentions are good. This particular card combination here, the message I'm getting from that is, your intentions can be noble and you can still do the wrong damn thing. Think your actions through today. Think your words through today. I'm kind of curious as to what that spirit animal is going to look like. So I'm not waiting. A hummingbird. I was not expecting this. I was really expecting the parrot, but the hummingbird makes a lot of sense. You know what else? There is that I've noticed? A lot of impatience. Thor can be very impatient. He gets word that some Jotnar is on the way, and boy, the first thing he wants to do is grab Mjolnir and go out there and, you know, kick some ass. But isn't it odd? Because Thor, Odin, the Aesir gods, They're half Jotnar themselves, but they're constantly going out to crush these Jotun, or these giants. Whether they're fire Jotun, like Loki. Loki is considered a fire Jotun, not what Marvel gave you. The Frost Jotun, or the Frost Giants, he is not one of those. Seriously, read your Edda. The stories in there can be a lot more interesting than what Disney Marvel's putting out. So, we do need to be right here in this moment. We need to, one of the things Yoda said when Luke was trying to get Yoda to train him, never his mind on where he was. Always looking here and there, never his mind on where he was. You need to keep your mind on where you are, what's going on around you, and then know when it's appropriate to act. Very, very important details today. So for your tarot, we have Four of Cups in reverse. We also have a Wanderer in reverse. I wonder if that might be the Hermit. And we also have a Two of Coins in reverse. A lot of reversals there today. But starting with that Four of Cups in reverse, this Four of Cups, usually we're really apathetic. But today is not a day for apathy, and this is where your awareness is going to be kicking in. I really should have done this much sooner, because this information was needed a little sooner, I think. But then again, so was the rest. So anyway, we're not going to beat ourselves up over it. But having that time to acquaint yourself with yourself and your surroundings, that's going to be everything. Today is just not a day for apathy. You can't walk around with the I don't care kind of attitude, because that doesn't help you. Not in the least. And as a matter of fact, with the Wanderer, I saw that completely wrong. It's not the Hermit. This is actually the Fool. It's just in reverse. But in this particular card set, they call it the Wanderer. So today is going to be very much a day not of new adventure. I just don't think it's stagnation, though. But it is telling you that any decision that you make in haste is going to lead to something that you regret. Also, your very fear, which Fenrir represents, is keeping you from making the changes you need. You got old baggage tying you down, and perhaps you're just not ready for the next adventure. That's very possible. So it seems like you're stagnating, but the truth is you're kind of holding yourself in place. And that's the wrong thing to do. So you need to figure out why. As much as you want to break out of this rut, there's something in here that you need to know, and it's extremely important. Because when we come upon that Two of Coins, that Two of Coins is telling you right now that your entire balance is just completely off. You're unsteady. You're not doing the juggling act. Everything is like even your finances could be unstable, and it's making it hard to get ahead. Why are they unstable? Could be something you did to cause that. Hey, guess what? I'm not blaming you for everything, but you do need to look around. Even with this staggering inflation that we have, that we've never truly had before, that our wonderfully duly elected officials simply won't admit to. That can be a factor. But remember, a lot of it is on you. So you can't do anything about the inflation. You can't do anything about the Fed's constant money printing. But what you can do is you can start looking at what it is you need. You can kind of declutter your life financially. And then you can move on to something where you're actually getting ahead. You know, pay down those debts, pay your bills, buy your food, buy your gas, do what you can, and then look at all the other stuff and ask yourself, do I really need this? Well, let me put it to you this way. If you got a subscription to one of these streaming services that's running you about like 15 to 20 bucks a month and you're not watching it, cut it. Cut it. I'm serious. And watch what happens. That's like $20 less coming out of your bank account, right? Now, let's look at the Starseed Oracle. And already I'm seeing exactly why things are the way they are. Like, this picture's getting a lot sharper. Earth School was the big one here. That's the big revelation. This is the big twist. Because you do still have life lessons to learn. You have soul growth. You need to be buckling down. You need to study. You need to get to that higher learning. You do need some meditation in your life. You don't need transcendence right now. You need to be in your situation. You need to be living in your moment and learning from it. Because we the Hathors came out. And this is birth as a portal. What this means is that right now, this is the action you need to take. You need to be, again, learning those lessons. We seem to be learning these lessons. There's lessons here to learn. You're like, why am I stuck here? What is going on? This is never going to frickin' stop. And still, there's something in here that's valuable. You need to grab it before you go. Very simple. And of course, there's a reassurance here with this Inner Earth card that you will survive this. You will find your solutions. But first, take a breath. First, calm down. Really assess your situation. Ladies and gentlemen, I can give you an example of this. I killed my Netflix account many moons ago. We're talking about the time they decided to up their prices to about 15 bucks a month. And I was just like, there is really nothing on Netflix that I feel is worth 15 bucks a month. I maybe watched 2 shows, and that was Stranger Things and Black Mirror, and that was it. And guess what? I didn't feel that those 2 shows constituted 15 bucks a month. I was finding less and less of what I wanted to watch on Netflix, and more of what I didn't, and what I didn't care for. So I decided to go ahead and cancel it. I went with Plex instead and curated a lot of my own movies into a hard drive. Now it's 2. One for movies, one for TV shows. So I have my movies on one, TV shows on another. And I paid nothing. Then I decided it was worth the $5 a month to stream on all my devices. And then I paid a one-time fee on Black Friday. It was like about 80 bucks for the lifetime pass. Now I pay nothing. And that, and believe it or not, YouTube are my 2 go-tos for watching something on my TV when I want to watch something. And guess what? I'm saving a bunch of money here. That's how I'm able to occasionally purchase a new RPG, or really, I haven't purchased myself a new deck in ages. I really haven't. In fact, these runes are the newest one. But anyway, getting down to the runes. Let's do that. But you see what happens when you cut what you don't need. We've got Wunyo, Ride-Ho again, and then Ansu's. So, victory flag. This is where you are at. This is great news, because this is where you're going to start. As soon as you calm down and assess your situation, you will realize just exactly where that lesson is, or where that valuable piece of information is. That is going to be a winner kind of moment for you. And you need that, because your journey still continues. This is no longer the end result. This is the continuation of your journey. You still need those meaningful relationships with people who came before you. And that means communicating clearly, thinking your words through. Your words have so much power. Your speech has so much power. And if it did not, then let me ask you the question, why do people want to suppress it so badly? Why did YouTube remove the dislike button? Why are there social media sites who have decided for you what you will not read, what you will not say, and what you will not think? Because when you speak truth, when you speak absolute, unimpeachable, unassailable truth, nothing and no one can stand in its way. Drive-Thru RPG wants to shut people down, well then Big Geek Emporium will not. Twitter wants to shut people down, guess what? SpeakYourMindHere.com, CloudHub to some degree or another, Minds.com, MeWe.com, Pill.net. All little places that you will see those right here on my screen here. Those places will not. Ladies and gentlemen, truth finds a way. Just remember that, because that, if truth has to keep you in one spot until you see it, it's going to. We're all starting to wake up to that fact, and some of us are very pissed off about it. The truth is your protection. The truth is valuable. Something came up yesterday. I was on a Zoom call, or a little meeting with some friends, and Kaylee, who just contacted me this morning, by the way. Hi Kaylee, how are you? She was reading from the Celestine Prophecy, and in this book, it mentioned that people will be incentivized to seek truth, they will learn truth, and then they will be paid to share it. Personally, I would love to see something like that. Now, is it possible? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But I'll be honest with you. I share mine nearly for free. That is the absolute greatest news, because, just like that Wunyo card, truth always emerges victorious. Those are the only two things you need to know. Truth finds a way, and truth always emerges victorious. That's it. But if you hope to see it, it's going to take you being here now. Always your mind on where you are. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for listening to me ramble on. I love you all. Take care of yourselves and each other. Always do what lights you up, and as always, shine on. by the way, just wanted to make mention of one little thing. I will be doing a live stream, an impromptu, unscheduled live stream this Saturday, and I hope to see you there. I hope to pull some of you in for the discussion, and we'll just kind of take a couple hours to, hang out, chat, see what's going on. And yeah, I would really love to see you there. I would love to have you on the program with me instead of just me posting stuff from chat. So if you're not nervous, hit me up. I can have up to 6 people total, I think. So me and 5 others. And yeah, we'll chop it up as some of the inmates where I used to work used to say, hey, let's chop it up. Sit down with me, we'll chop it up. Believe me, when you're a rookie CO and you hear convicted criminals talking about chopping something up, you're like, wait, what are you chopping up? And thankfully I had a few who were goodly enough to tell me what that meant, so excellent. Hope to see you there. Alright, take care. Have a great day. It's Thursday.